comfortable. Or in the assembly happened, very good morning, students. In the previous class, we have completed the topic haloalkanes and haloarenes. Most of the concepts of that topic already we have completed. So it's your duty to solve the questions based on NCERT. First you solve the questions given in NCERT. Afterwards, you can refer to different competitive materials for solving especially objective questions. So after completion of this topic, haloalkanes and haloarenes, we are moving to next important topic in this organic chemistry, that is alcohols, phenols and ethers. One of the important topic for all format of examination, whether it may be in board examination or competitive examination. So this topic is an important topic, and definitely there will be a couple of questions from this topic in almost all competitive examinations, including JEE as well as NEET, right? So we'll start with the topic alcohols, phenols and ethers. Alcohols, next phenols and ethers. This one comes under organic compound containing oxygen. So all these compounds are containing oxygen, alcohols, phenols as well as ether. So this comes under organic compound containing oxygen. In this topic, we have to discuss about many of the properties, starting with introduction of these compounds, alcohols, phenols, ether, classification of this class of compounds, how these alcohols have been classified and phenols as well as ethers are classified. After that, the classification, next one is going to be nomenclature of alcohols, phenols and ethers. How to write the IUPAC name in case of alcohols, phenols and ethers. After the nomenclature, the type of isomerism exhibited by these compounds in brief. So next to that, we have to concentrate on methods of preparations of alcohols, phenols and ethers. There are various methods for the preparation of alcohols, phenols as well as ethers. We have to discuss maximum methods for the preparation of alcohol, phenol and ether. Here we will not restrict to only NCERT, even we will discuss about some of the methods which are not mentioned in NCERT. Okay. And after that, physical properties of alcohols, phenols, ether. Next to that, very important one, chemical properties of alcohols, phenols and ethers. So they undergo a number of reactions, how these alcohols, phenols and ether react with a different type of reagents, different type of compounds, various type of properties we come across in case of alcohols, phenols and ethers. For our convenience, first we will complete about the complete discussion based on alcohols. Introduction may be there, classification may be there, methods of preparation, properties. First we will complete about alcohols. Next we will move on to phenols. After that, at the end we will discuss about what? Ethers. So all these compounds containing oxygen, so this is alcohol, phenols and ethers. So first, in case of these three class of compound, first I will begin with the only alcohols. First we will start with only alcohols, right? Alcohols are generally called as alcohols. These are also known as the compounds of alkanes. So these compounds are also referred to as alkanols. Alkanols. Hydroxy derivatives of alkanes. Hydroxy derivatives of alkanes are referred to be as alkanols. So this is an alkane compound that is generally represented by RH. When this particular compound, if it is replaced by OH group, this is plus OH and this is minus H. Hydrogen is replaced by this OH group, this converts into ROH. Now this compound is referred to be as alkane and these compounds are called as what? Alcohols. So because of that reason, these are commonly called as hydroxy derivatives of alkane compounds. And because of that reason, the general formula applicable for what is the general formula? It is CnH2n plus 2. Now here CnH2n plus 2, this is oxygen. This is a general formula applicable for most of the monohydric alcohols. So this CnH2n plus 2O is applicable for different types of alcoholic compound, especially monohydric alcohols. So this is brief introduction here. Hydrogen atom is replaced by what? OH group. So that compound is obtained is known as this compound is known as commonly alcohol compounds. Alcohols are also called as alkanals because they are obtained from the respective alkane compound itself. This is simple introduction related to what? The alcoholic compounds. Next one, if you go with the classification of alcohols, how these alcohols are classified into different categories. Just to copy it, there are different methods, different types of alcohols depending upon various categories. So first we will discuss about, as I mentioned earlier, only we are concentrating on alcohols. After that we will go to phenols and ether compounds. So next one, it is classification of alcohols. How these alcohols have been classified. Classification. So first, if you go with this is an alcohol compound. It is an alcohol. All these alcohols are classified into two different categories. First one is called as aliphatic alcohols. First one is aliphatic alcohol. Next one is called as aromatic alcohol. Aromatic alcohol, right? In case of aliphatic alcohol, there are number of types. What are the different types present in case of this one? First one, it is called as monohydric alcohol. Remember, monohydric alcohol. What are monohydric? Alcohols containing only one OH group is called as monohydric. Second type is called as dihydric alcohol. Dihydric alcohol. Alcohols containing two OH group. Next one, it is trihydric alcohol. Trihydric. And the fourth type of alcohol is said to be polyhydric alcohols. So these aliphatic alcohols are classified into monohydric alcohol, dihydric alcohol, trihydric alcohol and polyhydric alcohols. Okay. In case of monohydric alcohol, there are different types. What are the different types we come across in case of monohydric alcohol? In case of this one, first one is called as primary alcohols. What are primary alcohols? 1 degree alcohols. 1 degree alcohol refers to if the OH group is bonded to primary carbon atom. This is a primary carbon atom. If the OH group is bonded to primary carbon atom, those compounds are called as what? Primary alcohols. The best example for methanol, ethanol, propanol, butanol, all those example for primary alcohol. Second one is going to be secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohol, it's very simple. Here OH group is bonded to secondary carbon atom. Here I will consider this is CH3, CH and CH3. This is OH. Here this is secondary carbon atom and this alcohol is called as secondary alcohol. Primary alcohol is one where OH is bonded to primary carbon atom. Secondary alcohol is one where OH is bonded to what? Secondary carbon atom. Tertiary alcohols are those where OH is bonded to which carbon atom? Tertiary carbon atom. Here I will mention the example. CH3, this is CH3, next one it is CH3 and here it is OH. In this compound, OH is bonded to this tertiary carbon atom. Already in halogens and halogens we have discussed primary, secondary, tertiary carbon atom. So, if the OH is bonded to tertiary carbon atom, it is commonly called as tertiary alcohol. We'll discuss about the nomenclature, both common name as well as IUPAC name of this compound after this classification. So, three types of alcohols basically here: primary alcohol, secondary alcohol and tertiary alcohols. Next type of alcohol is found to be, it is commonly known as allylic alcohol. What is the meaning of allylic alcohol? Allylic alcohol is also considered under based on hybridization. Allylic alcohol is one where the OH is bonded to sp3 carbon atom. It is CH2 double bond CH. This is CH2OH. Now this alcohol is known as allylic alcohol. What is the state of hybridization of the carbon atom on which OH is present? These compounds, whether this is found to be primary, secondary, tertiary, or it may be alcohol, this allylic alcohol. This is sp3. This is also sp3. Now this is sp3. This is also sp3. In all these cases, the OH group is bonded to sp3 hybridized carbon atom. So all these cases, hybridization is said to be what? sp3. After this one, next type of alcohol is found to be benzylic alcohol. Very important. Benzylic alcohol. Actually, benzylic alcohol we can consider under aromatic alcohols, but we will consider here also benzylic alcohol. Benzylic alcohol means this is the compound and CH2OH. So this OH group is attached to carbon atom. What is the state of hybridization here? sp3 state of hybridization. So in all these types of alcohols, carbon on which OH group is present, that is sp3 hybridized. Now this is a benzylic alcohol. Commonly it is called as benzyl alcohol itself. Suppose if you take the compound like this, remember students, OH is bonded to directly benzene ring. These compounds are not alcohols. These compounds are considered as phenols. These are not alcohols. What is a common feature present in case of both alcohol and what phenols? This is benzyl alcohol here. The common feature present in case of both alcohol and phenol is it is also containing OH group. This is also containing OH group. But difference is that here OH is directly attaches to the benzene nucleus. Here it is indirectly attaches to the benzene nucleus. Here carbon atom is sp2 hybridized. Here carbon atom is sp3 hybridized. Wherever OH group is attached to sp3 hybridized carbon atom, it forms alcohol. If OH group attached to sp2 hybridized carbon atom, it forms what? Respective phenolic compound. In all phenols, various types of phenols are there. In all phenols, the OH group is directly present on the benzene nucleus. So this is about the benzylic alcohols. Next, one more type of alcohol we come across commonly, that is vinylic alcohol. What is the meaning of vinylic alcohol? Remember here, OH group is present on sp2 hybridized carbon atom. This is CH2 double bond, it is CH, and this one is called as OH. Now this compound is generally called as vinyl alcohol. What is the state of hybridization of carbon atom connected to this particular OH group? It is sp2 hybridization because of double bond pi bond. So this is vinylic alcohol. These are the different types of monohydric alcohols. In all the primary, secondary, tertiary alcohol, allylic alcohol, benzylic alcohol, what is the state of hybridization of carbon atom having OH group? sp3. But in case of vinylic alcohol, the OH group present on the carbon atom and that carbon atom has got sp2 hybridization, right? So this is about different types of monohydric alcohols. Next, over to dihydric alcohol. What's the meaning of dihydric alcohol? The compounds which contain two OH groups, those are known as dihydric alcohol. It is CH2OH. Next one, this is also found to be CH2OH. So this compound is dihydric alcohol. Generally it is called as what? Glycol compound. Ethylene glycol or simply glycol compound. So here two OH groups are present, and remember both the OH groups are said to be which OH groups? Primary, because they are present on primary carbon atom. So here both the OH groups are said to be primary OH groups. Trihydric alcohol. Trihydric alcohol means those particular alcohols which contain three OH groups. Wherever the presence of three OH group is noticed, CH2OH, this is CHOH, this is found to be CH2OH. So this compound is generally called as glycerol compound. It is known as glycerol. This OH group and this OH group both are found to be primary OH groups, but this one is found to be an secondary OH groups. Out of three OH groups, two are primary and one is found to be secondary. Now this compound is commonly known as what? Glycerol. We will discuss about its IUPAC name. So this is an example for what compound? Trihydric alcohol. Polyhydric alcohol means those alcohols which contain more than three OH groups. Wherever more than three OH groups are present, those alcohols are generally called as polyhydric alcohol. This is CH2OH. Next one, CHOH. CHOH, this is 4 time. Next one it is CH2OH. What is the total number of OH group present in this compound? There are 6 OH groups here, 4, and this is going to be what? 5. This is 6 OH groups are present. This compound is commonly known as sorbitol. Sorbitol is a polyhydric alcohol where the total number of OH groups present in this compound is going to be 6. And what is the type of OH group present in this compound? The OH groups are present on the terminal carbonatum are found to be primary. Remaining these particular OH groups are said to be secondary OH group because they are present on the secondary carbonatum. 2 are primary and 4 are found to be secondary. So this is an example for polyhydric alcohols. Next, over to this particular aromatic alcohols. Already I mentioned about aromatic alcohol. The best example for aromatic alcohol, that is benzyl alcohol. Still we come across many compounds, but this is a simple example for aromatic alcohol, and this benzyl alcohol is nothing but an aromatic alcohol. These are all compounds except here. These are commonly called as what? Aliphatic alcohol. These compounds are also referred to be as aliphatic alcohols. So this is about a simple classification based on what? Alcoholic compound. Give an example, if they ask in examination, give an example of alcoholic compound in which OH group is bonded to sp2 hybridized carbonatum. The compound is vinyl alcohol. Give an example for the compound where OH group is bonded to sp3 hybridized carbonatum. You can give any example here except this vinylic alcohol, right? So this is different class of alcoholic compounds generally we come across in our discussion. Copy it, students. And for your kind information, in case of allylic alcohol and benzylic alcohols also, we have, this is also having what? Primary, secondary, tertiary. This is also having primary, secondary, tertiary. In case of benzylic alcohol and allylic alcohol also, we have primary allylic, secondary allylic, tertiary allylic, primary benzylic, secondary benzylic, and tertiary benzylic alcohols also we come across, right? Copy it fast. Okay. After the process of classification of these compounds, next one, nomenclature of alcohols. Nomenclature of alcohols. How to write IUPAC name of alcoholic compounds. Nomenclature. As I mentioned, alcohols, the suffix of this alcoholic compound, the suffix of this compound is going to be OL, all. Wherever OH group is present, those compounds are having the suffix of all, OL, all. Actually, these compounds are the derivatives of alkanes. Alkanes. Now, in case of alcohols, last letter E is replaced by what? E is replaced by OL. This OL is going to be added here, and those compounds are generally called as what? Alkanol compounds. One simple example, CH3OH. What's the IUPAC name? Only one carbon atom. Only one carbon atom means root word is meth. 2 carbon atom eth, 3 carbon atom drop, like that. N is a OH group is present, so it is called as methanol. Where meth is the root word, N is a primary suffix, all is a secondary suffix of alcohol. Methanol. And what is the common name of this? Common name is methyl. Alkyl group is CS, methyl alcohol. Common name is going to be methyl alcohol. So this compound is also be referred to be as, what's another name of this compound? It is also referred to be as wood spirit. Wood spirit, methyl alcohol. Second compound, very simple, CH3. CH2OH, or you can represent it as C2H5OH. What's the name of this compound? Two carbon atoms are there, 1, 2. It is ethane, right? Ethanol compound. Alkyl group is found to be ethyl group. This group is commonly called as ethyl group. Now it is said to be ethyl alcohol. Simply it is called as alcohol also. Generally alcohol means it is going to be commonly considered as what? Ethanol compound, right? Next one, CH3. This is CH2. This is CH2OH. Very simple compounds I am discussing first. It is found to be propane. Propane 1-ol. Why it is called as propane 1-ol? OH is present on the first carbon atom, so propane 1-ol. Commonly it is called as N-propyl alcohol. N-propyl alcohol. Next, CH3. This is CH. This is CH3. Right? Here it is OH. This is 1, 2, 3. Numbering can be from this side also. Propane. OH group is present on second carbon atom, so it is 2-ol. Propane 2-ol. And common name of this compound is isopropyl alcohol. Isopropyl alcohol is a common name of this compound. Next one, fifth one, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2OH. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbon atoms are there. So it is butane 1-ol. Butane 1-ol. What's the common name? N-butyl alcohol. N-butyl alcohol is the common name of this compound. Next one, CH3, CH2. This is CH3. Here it is OH. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the name of this compound? It is butane. Butane 2-ol. Because OH is present in second carbon atom. What is the common name of this compound? Is it iso or secondary? This is commonly called as secondary butyl alcohol. Name is what? Secondary butyl alcohol compound. Like that, we come across with many compounds. Now it is CH3. This is going to be OH. Now this is primary. This is secondary. This is also primary. Just you observe here, it is secondary. What's the nature of this one? It is going to be tertiary alcohol. Tertiary alcohol. What's the number of carbon atom in the longest chain? This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. 3 carbon atoms are present in longest chain, right? And what is the name of this compound? It is 2-methyl. Second carbon atom, methyl group is present here. 2-methyl propane. 2-methyl propane 2-ol. That is the IUPAC name. Commonly this compound is called as tertiary butyl alcohol. Common name is tertiary butyl alcohol compound. So next compound CH3. This is C. It is CH3. Next one CH3. This is CH2. This is OH. Is it primary, secondary, tertiary alcohol? This compound is in primary because OH is bonded to primary carbon atom. Even though it looks like tertiary, it is not tertiary, it is primary because OH is bonded to primary carbon atom. What's the IUPAC name of this compound? 1, 2, and this is 3. On second carbon atom, this is methyl, this is methyl. 2,2 dimethyl, right? 2,2 dimethyl propane 1-ol. Propane 1-ol. What's the common name? Commonly it is called as neopentyl alcohol. Common name is going to be neopentyl alcohol. That is the what common name of this particular alcohol. Number 9. What is the common? This is tertiary butyl alcohol we have mentioned. Suppose if I take CH2OH and this is going to be CH2OH and dihydric alcohol we have considered dihydric alcohol. This is 1, this is 2, or this is 1, this is 2, makes no difference. So how many carbon atoms are there here? Totally 2 carbon atoms, so it is ethane, right? On both the carbon atom OH group is present, so 1,2 diol. Why it is called as di? Because of the presence of 2 OH groups. Ethane 1,2 diol. What is the common name of this compound? It is ethylene glycol compound. What's the name? Ethylene glycol is the common name of this alcohol. That is an example for dihydric alcohol. Copy it. So this is about nomenclature of simple alcohols. That is, last one was the dihydric alcoholic compound. Copy it fast. Simultaneously you have to copy all these things. Next one, 10th one, it is CH2OH. Next one, CHOH. Next one, CH2OH. How many carbon atoms are there in long chain? 3 carbon atoms are there. 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3 makes no difference. In case of this one, totally 3 carbon atoms are there, so it is propane. On 3 carbon atom, all the 3 carbon atom OH groups are present, so I'll write this one as 1, 2, 3, tri. There it was di, here it is going to be tri-ol. Propane 1, 2, 3 triol, that is the IU base name. Common name of this compound is glycerol. It is commonly called as what compound? Glycerol compound. So this is an trihydric alcohol. Next one, just I have mentioned about one of the hexahydric alcohol. This is CHOH 4 time. It is CH2OH. What was the common name? This I have mentioned there. It was known as sorbitol. Common name is sorbitol. IU base name. Total 6 carbon atoms are there. On all the 6 carbon atom OH group is present. So it is known as hexane 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What? Hexahydric. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hexane. Totally how many OH groups are there? That is going to be hexane 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is 6 carbon atoms are present in the longest chain. When 6 carbon atoms are present in the longest chain, it is commonly root word is going to be hex. N is a primary suffix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is if 2 groups are there, it is commonly called di, tri, tetra, penta, hexa. It is known as hexanol. Hexanol. That is the IU base name of the compound. Next one, as I mentioned, aromatic alcohols. This is CH2OH. CH2OH. This is known as benzyl alcohol. Both IU base name as well as common name is considered as benzyl alcohol for this compound. Or you can consider this is also as phenyl. Which group is called as phenyl here? This group is called as phenyl. It is the only one carbon atom on which OH is present, so it is also called as phenyl methanol compound. Either you refer to it as benzyl alcohol or phenyl methanol, it makes no difference. Next one, if you go with another one alcohol, CH2, this is CH2, this is going to be OH. What's the correct IU base name of this compound? So here, this is 1 and this is 2. Here phenyl group is present on carbon number 2. It is called as 2-phenyl, right? 2-phenyl. It is ethane. 2-phenyl ethane 1-ol. So this is the IU base name of this compound. So 2-phenyl ethanol. On second carbon atom, if the number of carbon atoms are less, but because of functional group, so this is taken as longest chain. This group is going to be substituted. So 2-phenyl ethanol compound is there. It is an example for primary alcoholic compound. Like that, there is number of different types of organic compounds, especially in case of these alcoholic compounds. So this is about the nomenclature of various types of alcohols. In examination, usually only nomenclature will not be asked containing only one functional group. They will give the compound containing 2 or more than 2 functional groups, like alcohol, carboxylic acid, alcohol, aldehyde. Whether it is a double bonded compound or triple bonded compounds, like simple compound generally it will not be there. Only bifunctional and polyfunctional compounds will be commonly present. So this is about nomenclature. This is an endless discussion. Even if you discuss any number of compound, so that will be an advantage. But because of this shortage of time, we are unable to discuss maximum number of compounds. So this is about nomenclature of this particular alcoholic compounds. Next one, isomerism. Isomerism in alcohols. What type of isomerism exhibited by alcohols? You know very well, isomerism is classified into 2 different types. First one is called as the structural isomerism. Structural. Second isomerism is known as what? Stereoisomerism. In case of structural isomerism, already we have discussed in the previous topic. Totally 6 different types of isomers we have. 6 different types of isomerism. First one is called as chain. Next one is going to be position isomerism. Next one it is going to be what? Functional isomerism. Functional isomerism. Next one is metamerism. Metamerism. After this metamerism, next one is going to be what? Ring chain isomerism. Ring chain isomerism. And last one it was tautomerism. Tautomerism, right? Out of these 6 different types of isomerism, these alcohols exhibit which type of isomerism? Whether they exhibit chain, position, functional, metamerism, tautomerism, ring chain isomerism, and other different types of isomerism. These compounds exhibit chain isomerism very easily. Chain isomerism means I'll give one more set of example for each class. First one, chain isomerism. So this is CH3, next one CH2, this is going to be CH2, it is CH2OH. What is the chain isomer of this compound? It is CH3, CH, this is going to be CH3, it is CH2OH. These two compounds are having same number of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. These compounds are containing same OH group also, but here what is the difference? It is a straight chain compound and this one is having one branch. So these two are the example for chain isomerism. What's the IUPAC name? It is butane 1-ol. What's the IUPAC name of this one? It is 2-methyl propane 1-ol. Those two are example for chain isomerism. Position isomerism, very simple. Example for position isomerism is what? CH3, CH2, CH2OH. What is the position isomer of this compound? Position isomers means those compounds having same molecular formula, same functional group, but position of the functional group is different. Wherever position of the functional group is different, those are called as position isomers. Remember here, OH group is present on the first carbon atom, here OH group is present on the second carbon atom. So this propane 1-ol and propane 2-ol are example for position isomerism. These compounds very commonly exhibit the functional isomerism also. Functional isomerism. The example for functional isomerism I will mention here. Third one, example for functional isomerism. Alcohols and what compounds? Ethers are functional isomers. What are functional isomers? Compounds having same molecular formula but different functional group. One of the simplest example is going to be CH3CH2OH, which is an alcohol. The functional isomer of this compound is CH3OCH3. Check the molecular formula. 2 carbon atom, 3 plus 2, 1, 6 hydrogen atom, 1 oxygen. Same molecular formula, but this one contains what functional group? Alcohol, but this is an ether functional group. So alcohols and ethers are which isomers? Functional isomers. So chain isomerism is possible, position isomerism is possible, functional metamerism is not possible in case of this compound because it is a terminal functional group. OH group is present always in terminal position, so it is not possible. Ring chain isomerism is also not possible in case of this compound. Tautomerism is possible. Usually tautomerism is possible wherever the aliphatic alcohols are present. So number 6, if you consider, if you take this is CH2 double bond CH and this is going to be OH. What is this compound? It is vinyl alcohol is there. It is called as ethene all. Wherever the compound of the type of enol, it is subjected to what? Tautomerization. Keto-enol isomerism is possible. So the compound obtained here it is CH3CHO. Very detailed we have discussed in case of tautomerism. CH2 double bond CH, this is an enol isomer. This one gets converted into keto or the carbonyl compound. So that is an keto-enol isomerism. Only unsaturated alcohols are subjected to tautomerism. It forms more stable keto compounds. Enol isomers are found to be less stable generally, keto isomers are found to be more stable, but in some condition wherever hydrogen bond formation takes place, even in that condition, enol isomer is also found to be more stable than what? Keto isomerism. So these are the 6 different types of isomerism. Out of these 6, only 2 isomerism is not exhibited by these alcoholic compound. Chain position, function and tautomerism is possible, but metamerism and ring chain isomerism is not possible in case of these compounds. And next, in case of stereoisomerism, again 2 types are going to be there. One is called as geometrical isomerism. Geometrical. Next one is called as optical isomerism. Out of geometrical and optical, which isomerism is exhibited by these alcoholic compounds? I am taking very simplest example for this different kinds of isomerism. These alcoholic compounds exhibit both geometrical as well as optical isomerism. One example I will consider for geometrical isomers, GI, geometrical isomerism. One simple example. This is the compound CH2. This is CH3, CH, double bond CH, and this is going to be OH, right? Now in case of this one, C double bond C is there, C double bond C, this is CH3, okay, this is H, next one is going to be H, and this is OH. And one more structure, C double bond C, this is CH3, right? And this is going to be OH, this is H, and this is going to be H. Out of these 2 isomers, which one is commonly referred to be as cis and which one is referred to be as trans? Here similar groups are present in opposite directions, so it is generally known as a trans. If they are present in same plane, it is commonly called as cis isomer. That is 2 different types of isomers, cis and trans, in case of an alcoholic compound. If any compound satisfies the condition to exhibit geometrical isomerism, whether it may be an alcohol, whether it may be an aldehyde, those compounds exhibit isomerism. So, geometrical isomerism is possible in case of this one. Can anybody name this particular compound? IUPAC name of this compound? 1, 2, 3. It is probe, right? Probe. It is 1E, 1 or propanol compound we can consider, propanol compound. So here this carbon is having sp2 hybridized carbon atom. Whether these compounds can exhibit optical isomerism, geometrical is possible here. Whether these compounds can exhibit optical isomerism, very detailed study we have discussed in case of haloalkanes and halorines. Any compound which contain chiral carbon atom generally, and if the compound do not have any plane of symmetry or center of symmetry, those compound can exhibit optical isomerism. So this is CH3, it is C. This is H, next one CH2, this is going to be CH3, this is OH. What is the total number of carbon atoms in this compound? Totally there are 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms are there. Out of these 4 carbon atoms, this carbon atom is called as chiral carbon atom. Whenever there is a presence of chiral carbon atom, so this is CH3, this is C, it is H, this is going to be OH, and it is CH2, CH3. Whenever there is an different atoms or a group of atoms are present on the chiral carbon atom, that carbon atom is referred to as chiral carbon atom. Wherever such type of chiral carbon atoms are there, usually those compound can exhibit optical isomerism also. These are the various types of isomerism possible in case of what compounds? Alcohols. So this is isomerism in case of alcoholic compounds, right? Next one, after isomerism in case of alcohols, next method I will mention here. Next one, methods of, very important one, methods of preparation of alcohols. So what are the important methods of preparations of these alcoholic compounds? There are so many methods are there by which alcohol compounds are generally prepared out. The very first method for the preparation of alcohol, first method, that is from alkyl halides. From alkyl halides. How these alkyl halides are converted into alcoholic compound? Very common method of preparation of these alcohols. In the previous topic, that is haloalkane and haloarenes, we have used one of the method for the preparation of alkyl halides from alcohols, but here it is found to be reverse. This is found to be RX. What is this RX? It's an alkyl halide. When this alkyl halide is treated with any type of aqueous alkali, it gives rise to ROH. This is an alkyl halide, right? This is an alkyl halide and this one is an alcoholic compound. It is an alcohol. What are the different types of aqueous alkali which are used in this reaction? And another important thing, in all these reaction, SN2 mechanism takes place. SN2 mechanism means inversion of configuration takes place. Generally there is no formation of carbocation, no rearrangement. SN2 mechanism is found to be preferred in case of this conversion of alkyl halide into alcohols. What are the different types of aqueous alkali which are used here? It is aqueous NaOH, right? Next one aqueous potassium hydroxide. Next one aqueous Na2CO3, sodium carbonate. These are metal hydroxide, metal carbonate. Aqueous sodium bicarbonate, NaHCO3. This is aqueous, another one barium hydroxide, BaOH twice. Next one, even we can use certain amount of moist, what compound? AgOH compound, moist silver hydroxide compound. Any of these compounds are used in this reaction. So alkyl halides are generally converted into what compounds? Alcohol compounds. It is not only aqueous KOH or NaOH. So many carbonates are used. Next one, hydroxides are used, bicarbonates are used for the conversion of alkyl halide into respective alcoholic compound in that reaction. Suppose if the alkyl halide is found to be primary, preferable, no doubt there is an SN2 reaction which converts into an alcohol. If the alkyl halide given is found to be in tertiary alkyl halide, I'll go with an example. If in case of that tertiary alkyl halide, if there is an use of water molecule, then it proceeds via SN1 mechanism. In most of the cases, SN2 mechanism is preferred out. Only in case of tertiary alkyl halide, SN1 mechanism is going to be used for the conversion of that alkyl halide into respective alcoholic compound. One example I will consider here, CH3Cl. When this CH3Cl is treated with aqueous, what compound? KOH or NaOH, any compound, this is converted into CH3OH plus what compound? KCl. So this is methyl chloride or chloromethane. Methyl chloride is converted into methyl alcohol. What is the IUPAC name of methyl alcohol? It is methanol compound. So this particular reaction takes place. First one, it is SN2 mechanism. SN2 mechanism means it is found to be inversion of configuration. Remember, inversion of configuration. And next one, no carbocation. When there is no formation of carbocation, then naturally there is no rearrangement takes place. No rearrangement. No carbocation, no rearrangement takes place. So this is about the conversion of alkyl halide into respective what? Alcoholic compound. Second one, if I go with another example, CH3CH3. This is Br, right? If it is treated with any compound, aqueous sodium hydroxide, NaOH, what's the product here? Product is CH3. This is CH. This is what? CH3. Here it is going to be OH plus NaBr. This is the propane to all compound. Propane to all. What is the common name? Isopropyl alcohol. Isopropyl alcohol is the common name of this compound. What is the name of this compound? It is 2-bromopropane compound. 2-bromopropane compound, and it is propane to all compound. So this is an second example. Third one, if you consider, this is CH3, next one CH2, next one CH. This is considered as only CH, not CH3, CH2. This is only CH group. And here if it is found to be an halogen is placed here, 2-bromobutane. This is treated with what reagent? Aqueous sodium hydroxide or sodium carbonate, or you can go with any particular substance. It is NaOH. What's the compound obtained? Compound produced is CH2, this is CH, this is CH3, and here it is OH. So this is simple reaction for the conversion of what compounds? Alkyl halides into respective alcoholic compounds. Think you remember here, this is an primary alkyl halide, this one is an secondary alkyl halide, this is going to be a secondary alkyl halide. If it is going to be primary, straight away there is no doubt SN2 and all these properties. If it is going to be secondary, then secondary alkyl halides already we have discussed. Secondary alkyl halides undergoes that particular SN1 as well as SN2 reaction. So depending upon the condition, if it is strong base, SN2 reaction, if it is weak base, then it undergoes by SN1 mechanism. Fourth example, if I consider CH3, this is C, it is CH3, this is going to be CH3, this is Br. Tertiary butyl bromide, what's the IUPAC name of this compound? Already we have discussed 2-bromo 2-methyl propane. When this compound is treated with H2O, H2O is an example for polar protic solvent, PBS, polar protic solvent. In presence of only H2O, this reaction takes place, CH3, and this is going to be OH. But remember here, this particular reaction takes place via SN1 mechanism, because this alkyl halide is going to be an tertiary alkyl halide. Wherever tertiary alkyl halides are going to be there, if it is going to be, what is that? Polar protic solvent is going to be used. What is the characteristics of SN1 mechanism? SN1 mechanism preferably takes place in presence of polar protic solvent. SN2 takes place in presence of polar aprotic solvent. So already we have discussed about SN1 and SN2 mechanism. So this compound is what? Tertiary butyl alcohol. Right, students? That is SN1 mechanism. These are the example for SN2 mechanism. If I go with another one case, another one example, number 5. Suppose if I take, this is the compound CH2Br. What is the name of this compound? It is benzyl bromide. Benzyl bromide. If this is treated with H2O, H2O is an example for again polar protic solvent. What happens here? Whether the compound obtained here, it is going to be CH2OH. What's the name of this compound? It is benzyl alcohol. Whether the formation of this compound takes place, no doubt the compound benzyl bromide converts into benzyl alcohol only in presence of this particular polar protic solvent. Here, this compound is converted into an carbocation, that is CH2+. This benzyl carbocation is more stable, you know very well. This benzyl carbocation is further converted into this compound in presence of H2O, that is polar protic solvent. So this carbocation converts into this one, means what is the mechanism applicable for this conversion? Here also it is SN1 mechanism. Wherever the compound is going to be stabilized by carbocation, usually it undergoes SN1. In case of this one also, formation of tertiary carbocation takes place. Tertiary carbocation converts into tertiary butyl alcohol. So this particular reaction also proceeds via SN1 mechanism, students. Next, number 6th one, if I consider the compound this one, actually this is the chlorobenzene compound. It is a chlorobenzene compound. Whether this chlorobenzene, if it is treated with aqueous NaOH, whether the compound obtained is going to be, that is Cl is going to be replaced by corresponding OH, or if any particular compound, that is if the compound is going to be this having partial resonance is going to be so this is also, this is a carbon atom. So these are the two does not undergo either SN1 or SN2. When there is no SN1 and SN2 mechanism here, there is no formation of any type of product in case of these reactions. Chlorobenzene does not hydrolyzes. This particular compound also does not undergo hydrolysis. You take any type of halogen, whether chlorine, bromine, iodine, any type of halogen you can consider. So here there is no formation of any type of product, students, because these are the two molecules which do not undergo by SN1 or SN2 mechanism. So this is the process of conversion of alkyl halides into respective alcohols, preparation of alcohol from alkyl halides. Preferably, this particular method is not meant for the preparation of generally tertiary alcohols. Here, primary alcohols are comfortably, they are going to be converted by SN2 mechanism. If the alkyl halide is primary, preferably no doubt it undergoes SN2. If it is going to be tertiary alkyl halide or it is going to be benzyl bromide, because of the formation of carbocation in case of both these cases, it undergoes by SN1 mechanism. So this is the process of conversion of what compound? Process of conversion of the alkyl halides into respective alcohol compounds. Right? Copy this one. Copy it fast. Process of conversion of alkyl halides into alcohols. Right? Next one. Second method of preparation of these compounds. Second method. From alkenes. From alkenes. How do you convert alkenes into respective alcohols? Conversion of alkene into alcohol takes place. Alcohol into alkene is also possible. That is commonly called as what? Dehydration of alcohol, which gives rise to alkene. But here alkenes must be converted into respective alcohols. Conversion of alkene into alcohol takes place by three methods generally. Alkene into alcohol takes place by three different types of methods. First one is going to be called as addition of water, acid catalyzed hydration of alkenes. Second is going to be called as hydroboration oxidation process. And third one is commonly known as oxymercuration and demercuration process. With the help of these three methods, it is possible to convert any type of alkene into respective alcoholic compound. If I go with one example, this is CH3, this is C, it is CH3, next one is CH3, CH double bond CH2. This is one alkene compound. When this alkene compound is subjected to hydration, here three methods are possible here. In the first method, second method and third method, here whether product is going to be same in case of all these three methods. In case of this particular first method, this is CH3, it is CH3, next one CH2, next one it is CH3, and here there is a formation of what compound? This one converts into OH. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are there. So here there is a possibility of, there is a presence of, this is CH3. It is CH3. CH2, CH, right. In the second method, this is CH3, next one carbon, next one CH3, this is going to be CH3. It is CH2, this is CH2, and OH group is added to this carbon atom. This is an alcohol. It is an alcohol. In the third method, this is CH3, next one carbon, next one CH3. It is going to be CH3. This one is CH and CH3, and at this carbon atom there is a presence of what? OH group takes place. Observe these three compounds carefully. Observe those three compounds. Alkene is same, but alcohols are different. Alkene is going to be same. Same alkene is there. What is the IUPAC name of this alkene? It is 1 2, 3, 4. 3, 3 dimethyl bute 1E. 3, 3 dimethyl bute 1E. The product obtained in case of those alcohols, whatever the product obtained here, that particular alcohol is going to be different alcohol. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. Yes, right. So if the particular alcohol takes place, this is commonly called as, it is generally known as acid catalyzed hydration. It is referred to be as acid catalyzed hydration. And in case of acid catalyzed hydration, this particular reaction takes place according to Marconi capsule with rearrangement. This is very important point. With rearrangement. Rearrangement in the sense what here? Conversion of different types of carbocation by hydride shift or methyl shift. Primary into secondary or secondary into tertiary or primary into tertiary. So if Marconi capsule is going to be applicable and with rearrangement this compound is possible. In case of second method, this is commonly called as HBO method. What is the name of HBO? Class 11th also you have read it in the properties of alkenes, hydroboration oxidation process. In this one goes according to anti-Marconi capsule. Anti-Marconi capsule, that is without any type of rearrangement. Without any type of rearrangement. Here only rearrangement, but here there is no rearrangement. Next one is commonly known as OMDM method. What is the meaning of OMDM? Oxymercuration and demercuration process. What is this HBO? HBO is commonly known as, HBO I write here, hydroboration oxidation process. Hydroboration oxidation process, and here it is called as oxymercuration and demercuration process. Remember. And here this alcohol is produced here. Whether it is following Marconi capsule, yes, it follows Marconi capsule, but without rearrangement. Slight confusion may be there, but if you concentrate carefully, then we will get the complete information. So this is the simple same alkene is there, but when it is subjected to three different types of methods, the product alcohol is going to be different. This is going to be commonly called as tertiary alcohol, and if it is going to be tertiary alcohol, this is going to be tertiary alcohol, and here it is primary alcohol, this is going to be secondary alcohol. Three different types of alcohols are possible when same alkene is going to be commonly used in this reaction. Students, we have to discuss the mechanism applicable for this acid catalyzed hydration. Next one HBO method, next one is going to be OMDM method. When we discuss about the mechanism involved in case of all these three types of reaction, then it is possible to write conversion of any type of alkene into respective alcohol by either acid catalyzed hydration, or it is HBO method, or it is going to be what? OMDM method. So that in the next class we will discuss about even a trick to find out without writing mechanism how to identify the attack of H and OH on the respective alkene compound to form the different type of alcohol. First we will discuss about the mechanism. After that we will discuss about the simple trick applicable for finding out the formation of different type of alcohol. So this is second method of preparation of alcohols. Still we have not completed. Just I took only one example for the conversion of alkene into respective alcoholic compounds. Is it clear? So in this particular reaction, acid catalyzed hydration, HBO method, and next one is going to be oxymercuration as well as demercuration process takes place. So here one simple thing, if I consider one simple thing, this is going to be CH2, double bond CH2. What is this one? Alkene. When this alkene is subjected to hydration, that is in presence of water, it gets converted into, if you write the product CH2, this is CH2, this is H and this is found to be H. As you are thinking that hydration of any type of alkene converts into respective alcohol, but directly if you take H2O and corresponding CH2, formation of this product does not take place. Students, why formation of that alcohol is not possible in this reaction? Concentrate carefully. These alkenes are the molecules containing pi electrons. Wherever pi electrons are present, generally those are nucleophiles. Those are commonly called as nucleophiles. What is the nature of this particular water? Water also contains lone pair of electrons. When water is containing lone pair of electrons, that is also acting as a nucleophile. When both species, reacting species, are found to be nucleophile, whether reaction takes place, absolutely there is no reaction between this alkene as well as the nucleophile. In order to convert these particular alkene into respective alcohols, if you take as it is directly water, the reaction does not take place. But if you carry out the reaction, that is CH2 double bond CH2, if the reaction takes place in presence of H plus, that's what acid catalyzed hydration. Acid catalyzed hydration. If you carry out hydration in presence of an acid, definitely there is a formation of the alcohol takes place, that is CH3CH2, this one OH. So what is the difference between this reaction and this reaction? In case of first reaction, there is a presence of only water. Water means this is also acting as nucleophile, this is also nucleophile, so reaction does not take place. But when we carry out in presence of H plus, instead of writing this particular format, sometimes we may write dilute H2SO4. Dilute H2SO4. H plus is nothing but dilute H2SO4. Here hydration of this particular H plus attacks on the alkene molecule because these are considered as nucleophile. H plus is found to be an electrophile. Attack of electrophile takes place easily on this particular molecule. When this attack of H plus takes place, first it converted into respective carbocation CH3CH2 plus. Further addition of nucleophile, that is H2O. H2O is going to be referred to be as a nucleophile. In presence of this nucleophile easily attacks on carbocation. When nucleophile attack on this carbocation, it is CH2, it is OH2, this is oxygen carrying positive charge. Further, loss of proton takes place from this one, this will mention here, this is H, this is found to be H. When this H is lost, as a result, the product found to be CH3CH2OH. Students, you are getting the difference between this reaction as well as this reaction. Here if only H2 is going to be used, there is no formation of alcohol. But along with H2, if it is going to be subjected to acid catalyzed hydration, that is in presence of any dilute acid, dilute H2SO4 or dilute HCl or dilute even nitric acid if it is considered, H plus attacks on the nucleophile to form the carbocation here. So whenever there is no formation of carbocation, there is no formation of alcohol. So here there is no formation of carbocation, hence this reaction is not feasible. But this reaction is feasible due to the formation of carbocation. Further attack of nucleophile takes place on this carbocation, hence the product is found to be what? Alcohol. So this is a simple mechanism takes place in the first reaction, that is conversion of alkene into respective alcohol takes place according to Marconi capsule with the rearrangement. Already I mentioned with rearrangement. What's the meaning of rearrangement? Conversion of primary or secondary carbocation into 3-degree carbocation. Since 3-degree carbocations are found to be more stable compared to 2-degree carbocation, 2-degree carbocation is going to be more stable compared to 1-degree carbocation because of such type of rearrangement. Here rearrangement commonly takes place. But since it follows second method, H2O method, since it follows anti-Marconi capsule, so the question of rearrangement does not arises. Already I studied in class 11. So that reaction takes place according to anti-Marconi capsule. Here is the formation of tertiary alcohol, but here is the formation of primary alcohol. So this is third method is going to be very similar to the first method, that is it follows Marconi capsule, but what is the difference here? Rearrangement is possible here, but here rearrangement does not takes place. That is the difference between these three methods for the conversion of alkene into what? Respective alcohols compound. So in detail we have to discuss about the mechanism. As I mentioned, that is a simple mechanism for the conversion of alkene into what? Alcohol. Like that, we have to go with the different types of compounds where the ring expansion takes place. So if you go with that one, so after a discussion of mechanism for these three types of reactions, it is possible to predict what type of alcohol is produced by taking a simple alkene compound. So in the next class, by taking different types of example for the ring expansion, for the different types of alkenes also, with the help of mechanism, we will try to convert alkenes into different types of alcohols. So thank you for watching this live classes based on this alcohol, phenol and ethers. Tomorrow we will continue once again. Thank you.